Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. On behalf of Hong Kong Baptist University, it is my great pleasure and honor to welcome all of you here today to the opening ceremony of the third Pulitzer Prize Winners Workshop. My name is Shang, and I'm a news anchor at the Phoenix Satellite Television based in Hong Kong.
And my name is Alan, currently a PhD student in Hong Kong Baptist University, focusing on communication. And the Pulitzer Prize Winners Workshop is organized by the Department of Journalism, Hong Kong BU School of Communication, and sponsored by Hong Kong Economic Journal Company Limited. And Shen, do you know that one of the missions of the workshop is to help us students to develop into seekers of truth and knowledge with lifelong learning skills?
Yes, Ellen, in fact, I did. And that's what makes this university one of the most, especially its journalism department at the School of Communication, one of the most outstanding institutions here in Hong Kong. Now, I'm also glad they brought that up, Ellen, because the Pulitzer Prize is a U.S. award for achievement in newspaper journalism, literature, and music composition. So in essence, the winners of this award are actually prominent scholars, if you will, who excel in seeking truth and knowledge in their respective fields.
Yes, quite right. And together with Hong Kong Economic Journal, which is Hong Kong's oldest and one of the most trustworthy Chinese newspapers, professionally focusing on finance and economics, plus in-depth analysis of current affairs, make this Pulitzer Prize Winners Workshop the perfect platform to enhance journalism education and raise the standard of journalistic practice both locally and in the Greater China region.
Okay, so without further ado, let's kickstart this program by introducing our 5 respectful officiating guests who are here with us today. So first of all, please welcome the Finance Secretary of the Hong Kong SAR, the Honorable Chen Junhua, JP.
Acting Consul General of the U.S. Consulate General Hong Kong, please welcome Mr. Christopher J. Marriott.
The Chief Editor of Hong Kong Economic Journal, please welcome Mr. K.C. Chan.
Deputy Chairman, the Council and the Court of the Hong Kong Baptist University, please welcome Professor Chen Yang-Ki, JP.
And last but definitely not least, President and Vice Chancellor of the Hong Kong Baptist University, please welcome Professor Ng Ching Fei, GBS.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to call upon our host who has given us the perfect venue for today's event to deliver a welcoming speech. The President and Vice Chancellor of Hong Kong BU, please welcome Professor Ng Ching Fei, GBS.
The Honorable Mr. John Zhang, Mr. K.C. Chan, Mr. Christopher Marut, Mr. Yan-Gay, the Pulitzer-winning journalist, Mr. Jim Amos, Ms. Julie Cart, Mr. Han Krippenoff, Professor Michael Parks, Ms. Jane Perez, Ms. Connie Schultz, Mr. Damon Winter, distinguished guests, friends of the university, colleagues, students, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Hong Kong Baptist University, I would like to extend to you our warmest welcome to this Pulitzer Prize Winner Workshop's opening ceremony. We are indeed honored and privileged to have so many distinguished guests among us today. In particular, I would like to thank Mr. John Zhang, Finance Secretary, for gracing us with his presence amidst his very busy schedule. Thank you, John. This is the third workshop held since its inauguration in October 2007. The Pulitzer Prize Winner Workshop was first conceived by the Department of Journalism in a drive towards excellence in journalistic education, aiming at world-class standard. It is also considered a major endeavor of the university in promoting journalistic excellence as part of our social responsibility. The first of its kind in Asia, the workshop invites about 6 or 7 Pulitzer Prize winners to HKBU each year for a 2-week series of intellectual activities, including lectures and seminars, meeting with students, meeting with professionals and the general public. I'm glad to note that the workshop has attracted much attention and continued support from the professionals, the scholars, and students. In all these 3 years, for all Pulitzer-winning journalists we have the pleasure to associate with, we detect that they have one thing in common, and that is they have demonstrated dedication and commitment towards a yearning for truth, as expressed in various forms of their work. I have every reason to believe that this yearning has first brought them into the profession and enabled them to go on and excel in the field. Ladies and gentlemen, you might also like to take note that it may not be just mere coincidence that this yearning for truth does resonate very well with our communication school motto, truth is virtue. Now this leads me to remember the urge from leaders and representatives of media organizations worldwide who have just recently gathered at the World Media Summit in Beijing this October, that media outlets should provide accurate, objective, impartial, and fair coverage of news events in the globe. To uphold such professional spirit will be a clear message that journalists are shouldering the social responsibility towards the public good, which in times of difficulties should transcend mere financial considerations. Here, the 7 Pulitzer winners will sure be sharing with us their wisdom and philosophies on how difficult or not difficult it could be to maintain the professional spirit and excellence while keeping things viable. Rethinking the mission of the journalist, as denoted in the theme of today's forum, will definitely be timely and stimulating. Before I close, I would like to extend our sincere thanks to the Hong Kong Economic Journal Company Limited, the close partner who not only sponsor us financially, but have also provided much advice and support during the course of organizing the workshop and this ceremony itself. Thanks also go to the international advisors and external members of the workshop for their unfailing professional guidance. I trust that the workshop will prove to be yet another shining example of our university joining hands with the profession and the community at large in realizing projects of social relevance and in turn help promote journalistic excellence, which is vital to an open and free society. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Ng, for that inspiring and stimulating speech. And it is now my great pleasure to call upon the architect who helps bring prosperity to Hong Kong, and he is the leader who has recently weathered through the recent financial crisis with all of us. The Finance Secretary of Hong Kong SAR, please come up to give us a speech. Please welcome the Honorable Chen Junhua, JP.
Professor Ng, Consul General, Mr. Zhang, KC, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, students, teachers, and everyone, good afternoon. I'm really delighted to join you all at the Hong Kong Baptist University, as well as the Hong Kong Economic Journal, in welcoming 7 Pulitzer Prize winning journalists to Hong Kong. Joseph Pulitzer once said that an able, public-spirited press with the courage to do the right thing can, and I quote, preserve that public virtue without which popular government is a sham and a mockery, end quote. Governments and the media have a long and complex relationship. We may not see eye to eye on all the issues, but at the end of the day, we do need each other. This workshop tackles the changing mission of journalists today, and I, for one, would be interested to learn more about your thoughts on this topic. Any shift in journalistic trend affects all of us. Governments, in fact, rely on high quality and responsible journalism to keep them in touch with issues in society and to get the messages across to the public. And the public relies on journalists to provide them with reliable and accurate information as well as assessments. Although the internet, the 24-hour broadcasting, globalization, and new technologies are altering the nature of this relationship, one thing that will not change in Hong Kong is the freedom of journalists to do their job. The free flow of news, information, and ideas is a cornerstone of our city's success. It has in fact helped us attract investment, helped us attract talents, and is one of the reasons that we like to call Hong Kong Asia's World City. We are committed to protecting freedom of speech and of the press and maintaining an environment in which a free and active media can flourish. The freedoms that I have mentioned are fundamental rights enjoyed by everyone in Hong Kong. Not only is this a promise kept under the one country, two systems principle, it is also enshrined in our constitutional document, the Basic Law, and in the Hong Kong Bill of Rights Ordinance. This has helped to sustain a lively media scene in Hong Kong. More than 40 daily newspapers and 640 periodicals are published in Hong Kong, and about 90 international media organizations have established their offices here. In addition, local and overseas broadcasters offer a wide range of programming, and that's not bad for a city of 7 million people. But quantity should never be mistaken for or take priority over quality when it comes to the media. The media industry is powerful and highly competitive. The pressure to be first with a story or produce the catchiest headline can be intense. But as the Spider-Man film teaches us, with great power comes great responsibility. Successful reputations and distinguished careers are built on integrity and accuracy, while distorted facts and fabricated or even vindictive stories can break the bond of trust between the media, the government, and the public. Reading the bios of the Pulitzer Prize winners here today, it is clear that there is no substitute for integrity and sheer hard work. So congratulations to the Baptist University and the Hong Kong Economic Journal on staging this workshop and for providing a valuable platform for discussion on the media profession. Now in its third year, the Pulitzer Prize winner workshop is helping to further lift journalism standards in Hong Kong and enhance the quality of media studies right here at the Baptist University. I wish all participants a successful workshop and our distinguished visitors a memorable and enjoyable stay in Hong Kong. This is indeed the best time of the year to be here in Hong Kong, so enjoy your stay here. Thank you very much.